All right, so get this. We're talking about creatures who basically decided land was overrated and took a permanent vacation to the sea.
Yeah, think about whales, dolphins, orcas. You know, those ocean all-stars? They actually came from land mammals.
Hold up, you're telling me those deep diving champs had ancestors walking around on land?
Oh, yeah, it's a wild ride. From legs to fins, from breathing air to holding their breath for, like, forever.
So once you go full on aquatic,
Yeah.
there's no coming back, right? It's a one-way ticket.
Well, that's where this whole idea of evolutionary points of no return gets super interesting.
Points of no return. Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Basically, evolution hits a point where you're so specialized there's no turning back. Adaptations become, like, permanent.
Okay, let's break this down. We're talking orcas and dolphins, these sleek ocean dwellers, but their ancestors were landlubbers. How far back are we talking?
Picture this, 375 million years ago. The first vertebrates are, like, testing the waters, literally. They're venturing out onto land.
Wow, 375 million years. That's like way before my time.
Right. And this is a big deal. This is when tetrapods emerged, our four-limbed ancestors. They paved the way for, well, everything that walks on land, including us.
Tetrapods, huh? Science-y words. So these guys were the pioneers of land life.
You got it. But here's the plot twist. This move to land, it wasn't a one-way street.
Oh, there's more.
Oh, yeah. So around 250 million years ago, some of these land mammals were like, you know what? I miss the water. They decided to head back to the sea.
Whoa, wait. Back to the ocean. What happened to loving land?
Evolution, right? It's full of surprises. And this is where the lineage that leads to whales, dolphins, orcas, that whole crew, it all began.
Okay, so they went from water to land and back again. That's like the ultimate family reunion. But I'm guessing that second dip in the ocean came with some serious makeovers.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We're talking millions of years of, like, intense renovations, limbs morphing into fins, bodies becoming super streamlined for swimming. Their whole world shifted from land to water.
It's mind-blowing how evolution just, like, sculpts a creature to perfectly match its environment.
It's pretty amazing, right?
But, I keep coming back to this no turning back idea. Is that just, like, a saying? Or is there actual science behind it?
Oh, there's science for sure. It's called the law of Dollo. And it basically says those crazy, complex evolutionary changes, they're pretty much irreversible.
So it's not just hard to reverse, it's like impossible.
Pretty much. And get this, there's research to back it up. A study published in Proceedings of the Royal Society B looked at over 5,600 mammal species. And guess what? The law holds up.
5,600 species. Okay, that's some serious data crunching. So how does this point of no return thing play out in the lives of, like, orcas and dolphins today? What does it really mean for them?
So imagine this. Once they crossed that line, that adaptation to being fully aquatic, they became totally dependent on the ocean. Their whole survival is tied to it. Their evolution, it's locked in. They're committed to the marine life.
It's like their evolutionary journey slammed the door shut on any chance of going back to land.
You got it. It's a one-way trip. And the study actually said, once cetaceans surpass the critical point of aquatic adaptation, their evolution follows a path of no return, no turning back. For better or worse, they're in it for the long haul.
Wow. It makes you think, what happens if their environment changes? Like, they can't just pack up and migrate like some land animals if things get rough. They're stuck with whatever happens in the ocean.
You hit the nail on the head. It's a trade-off. They're masters of the ocean, but they're also super vulnerable to any shifts in their environment. And things are changing. We're seeing those ocean temperatures rising, pollution on the uptick, and just human stuff, messing with their homes. It's kind of like they went all in on this ocean life, and now the stakes are getting, well, a little shaky.
That's a tough break. So they're facing all this because they're so specialized, because they hit that evolutionary point of no return and can't go back.
Exactly. One of the researchers, Parag Sharma from the University of Limerick, put it this way. Extreme specialization to one environment can become an evolutionary trap, reducing options for survival when faced with environmental changes. It's a crazy paradox, right? Those amazing adaptations are their strength and their weakness all at once.
It really makes you think about that law of Dollo, this idea of irreversible evolution. Like, does it go beyond just animals? Could it be happening in other parts of life too?
That's a great question, and honestly, scientists are still figuring that out. But the main idea that becoming super specialized can kind of limit your ability to adapt later on, well, that could apply to way more than just biology.
Okay, I'm listening. Give me an example. Help me wrap my brain around this.
Okay, so think about technology. Like imagine a company that goes all